So Derek, how has the break been for you?
Yeah, and we've had 4 players away in international duty, and we played a game behind closed doors last week against Huddersfield. We had a weekend off, and we're back in this week, ready for the game on Saturday.
Have the 4 all come back sort of safe and well in one piece?
Yes, they have. Yeah, they came back in today. Was their first day back, so they've all come back in and trained this morning, and looking forward to the game.
Yeah, you said beforehand it was great to have so many called up. Have they come back, buzzing from what they've achieved?
Yeah, I think it's really important that when we get so many players, called up to the international squad, they go away, they do well, they play games, and or they train with the squad. It's recognition to how well they've performed with us to get into these squads, and the 4 youngsters have really benefited from the last couple of weeks.
The last time we spoke, you said you'd run the Scottish FA about Michael Mellon, but nothing had happened. He was subsequently called up, but he didn't play, did he? Were you a bit surprised that he wasn't even on the bench, or is it just a good thing to be around the squad?
Yeah, I think it was really beneficial for him to get into the squad, be around the players. Doak from Liverpool was playing up front, so we all understand why he was playing, because he's a huge talent for the nation, and it was good for him to be in mixing with the other players.
Since we last spoke as well, you've got Jed Brannan on board as part of the coaching staff. How's that gone in the couple of weeks that Jed's been involved? Yeah,
we added to the squad. Since I've been here, we've been 1/2 staff members down from the last management team. So it was important we added to the numbers, and Jed comes in as first team coach, as well as helping with the development side of the couple of youngsters in Dobson and Rooney, or any other player that comes in from the under-18s. And it's an important role for him, because it enables us to coach more on an individual basis than we've done before, and it really gives us an extra set of hands, eyes, going forward.
And you two go back a long way, don't you? Is that right?
Yeah, I played with him when he was at Motherwell, and Jed has got into coaching. He's been at Accrington and done really well there with the under-18s, the 23s, and the first team. So he understands being a football player, because he's played at the highest level, but he also understands from a coaching point of view as well what it takes to develop players from the youth team into the first team, and then into playing week on week.
So his role is sort of more away from match day, is that correct? Sort of coaching the first team during the week?
He is coaching the first team all the time, but match day will be with us as well. So himself and John McMahon will work closely in the same office, and then myself will liaise with them on developments going forward.
Trust is a massive part of a management team, isn't it?
Yeah, I think trust is big throughout a football club, and it's difficult to have, and the more members of staff and players that you can trust, then any organisation is going to become better.
So Gillingham away at the weekend, that's a big test coming back after the break, isn't it?
Yeah, they've done really well. They've obviously spent well in both transfer windows. They've got new owners coming in, and they have got players in their squad that other teams would have probably liked to have had. But a great start to the season. A lot of games they've won 1-0, but we go there in high in confidence after a win against Salford.
Yeah, so no surprise that they're doing well, really, then?
No, there's none. Yeah, not in the footballing circles, because we understand, their ethos and what they have taken into the football club since they've been taken over. We all know the structure of how things have happened, and nobody's surprised how well they're doing.
You mentioned the win against Salford, another home clean sheet. If you could start replicating that away from home, then Gillingham away wouldn't be such a tough task, would it?
No, we'd be champions probably. So I think that we continue to work hard, and at home we've been magnificent. We've played 2 away games, probably at tough venues in Mansfield and Harrogate. We go to a tough one on Saturday, but we're more than capable of going to Gillingham and taking 3 points.
So has there been a message to the players in the last couple of weeks about away form, or before when we spoke, you seemed not that concerned about it, because like you said, they were, from your point of view, tough venues?
Yeah, 2 games we've been away in the league. We've We haven't won for various reasons. We went away to Rotherham and drew. So we understand what it takes to go away from home. Last season was extremely difficult, and the season before that, because we came up against opposition that is hard to play against. But in the end, we've, in year gone by in League Two, got a very strong away record.
And despite not playing last week, you're still very much in touch with the very top of the table, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's extremely tight in the league, and we are only 3 points off a good number of teams above us, and I think that's a really good position to be in.
You mentioned the lads returning from international duty being okay. Any other concerns for the weekend?
We've got a few slight doubts that picked up injuries in the Huddersfield game last 10 days ago now. So we're assessing them before Saturday. Not sure that if they're going to be fit or not, but we'll give them every chance tomorrow. And
another sort of conundrum for you is James Connolly came in and did really well, didn't he, with Rawson suspended for the last game? Yeah, and that's what we want. We want competition for places all over. We don't want people to think that their position is theirs, and it certainly isn't for James Connolly or Rawson. The same with Badou and Stokes as well, and it's the same all over the pitch. You've got Senior and Love at right back, fighting it out. Melbourne and Tatonda at left back. We've got midfielders, we've got strikers, we've got wide players. All fighting for the same position, and that's what you need. So it's fair to say no one's guaranteed their place. They're guaranteed their place if they play well, and I think that. Game on game, if they do well, then they will keep their place.
Get money for your old phone, MazlumaMobile.com.